All right, guys, we are here live right here on the Dan Romano Show with a great night of so much entertainment coming on. Today we have Marcos Papadopoulos. I hope I pronounced his name right. The power journalist. This is a very dear friend of mine who's probably interviewed thousands of the most famous people that you can ever be around. And also tonight we have Sal Ranella of the movie Good Friday. And my boy, Malta the Damager, will be here from NAX, one of the best wrestling organizations to date in the independent wrestling world. And I tell you, it's better than ever and hotter than can be. And I am here right now with my boy, the one, the only, Mr. Dino Luzzi of Dino Luzzi Energy Drink. Dino, how are you, brother?
Doing fine, brother. How are you?
You look amazing.
And you look great,
You
too.
look younger and younger every time I see you. Well, guys, tell me what's been going on. My boy right here, Dino, is going to tell the world what's been going on with the exciting energy drink, the one and only, the Dino Luzzi Energy Drink. Dino, what's been going on with this wonderful company?
Well, today I got a call from a few investors that were very happy because the stock went up another 15-18%.
Mink.
So
Salud, everybody.
very happy.
I don't know if you guys understand what 15% is, but that's a very great return on any investment in the world. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
I would be ecstatic. Well, actually, I am ecstatic. But very proud to hear about that.
So today was a good day for us in the market, and people usually ask me why. The truth is that it's a major effort from everybody that is working for the company.
Right.
Everybody's putting in 100%. I'm very
110%.
pleased. I'm very pleased. Danny here has been an animal. You just did another event on Thursday.
Yes, we did a live event. It was called Live at 5 in Farmingdale Village. Thousands of people came by. Thousands of people tried the drink, and it was an overall success. When people taste it, they fall in love. That's the whole key, is to get that taste to your lips and let the magic of Dino Luzzi Energy Drink just do its job. It's the most highest. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's the most highest, in my opinion, and I tell you to look at your own facts. In my word, it is the highest quality energy drink on the market today. That's the way I am. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel about Dino Luzzi Energy Drink. But please continue.
We also have another event coming up. We have another race event on the 28th of this month.
Awesome.
So it'll be this Saturday. And I just found out yesterday that the younger kid of the Michael Orlando's brother, he won again yesterday.
Oh, wow.
These two kids are doing great. They're really amazing. They're really doing phenomenal. So anybody that wants to come to this event in New Jersey, I'll be advertising on Facebook later on today. It's the NJMP, and it's going to be right in New Jersey. So we have many more events coming up. I'm trying to keep up with everything. I'm also focusing for the one that is going to be in Florida.
Okay.
It's going to be Daytona Beach. So
that's huge.
That's going to be
That's
great.
a big one.
That's a big one. And in between, we have many events that we are doing every single week. So we're getting more salespeople on board. People are getting more excited. It looks like we might open it up some other states.
That's amazing.
Any day. So
We want to keep growing. That's what it's all about. And the only way it's going to keep growing is by you, the person. All they have to do is grab your first can.
And he
and
means
take a
it.
sip.
Look, he keeps drinking it. He
It's,
means
it's,
it.
I
think
cannot.
he's one of the best clients, if you're not the best one.
Absolutely. I'm a can a day, and when I'm on the show, I'm like 4 a day. But that's just to keep alive and to keep going on with the show. But Dino, I'm so proud of everything that you are doing. And as a person in the restaurant business my whole life, a person like Dino Luzzi is the kind of guy you want behind you, and he is behind his product. So when you get onto a Dino Luzzi, whether you're buying the can, you're sponsoring us. Whether you buy the stock, you're sponsoring us. So by you being behind us and letting Dino be in the front, to me, it's a winning proposition, because Dino does not fail. I've never known him to fail. The man's a fighter, and the product speaks for itself. When you put those fucking, and I'm gonna curse right now, so please accept my apology, but when you put those fucking two things together, you got fucking dynamite, and that's what you got in Dino Luzzi energy drink. Quality. The taste is fucking phenomenal. This is the Rated R Dan come and talk to you about Dino Luzzi energy drink, so listen the fuck up. Dino Luzzi energy drink is the best on the market. How do I know it? Taste, quality. Look what the fuck's behind the can. The bottom line, Dino Luzzi is the fucking hottest thing going on the market today. The way I fucking guarantee it, take a fucking shot and figure it out yourself. And then you become fans of the man, the legend, the myth, right here, Mr.
And
Dino
these
Luzzi.
are the results.
Well, God bless. You know what? If everybody could fight like me, we'd all be fucking monsters. Our military would be fucking amazingly more. But anyway, Dino, what do you think? Am I right or wrong?
You're absolutely correct. We've come a long way. I think we have proved everything that we talked about.
So, like I said, the best thing I could tell you is try it to understand what you're getting behind. One taste, one can, you decide. This is Dan Romano from Dino Luzzi Energy Drink and the man himself, Mr. Dino Luzzi. We're going to be right back on the Dan Romano Show.
Thank you.
Multifaceted.
Professional badass motherfucker.
Well, if Sal says it, it's got to be true.
I'll say it on the air.
All right, we are back right here on the Dan Romano Show. And I am here with a great friend of mine. When I tell you one of the most powerful, and I'm not even joking about what I'm going to say, the most powerful power journalist on the market today. I'm going to fuck up his name. I'm praying to God I don't. Marcos Papadatos.
Yes, you got it.
Now, I'm going to give you a little rundown on me and Marcos. We met at Frankie's East Side Gourmet Restaurant in Farmingdale Village. And we hit it off the minute we met.
The second.
The second, well, yes. And the reason I started following Marcos is I started reading his articles. And when you start, then that's how I got to learn a lot about who's coming up in the world, all famous people. He even did interviews on everything and all in between, from up and coming singers, actors, models in this business to some of the most popular, most productive, most famous people in the world today. Am I on the target with you?
Yes, sir.
Mark, now I'm gonna pick your brain. Where is your journal read?
DigitalJournal.com.
DigitalJournal.com. Now, if you had to pick your top 3 people you've ever interviewed, male, female, don't make a difference, live or dead, who would they be?
Stevie Nicks.
Wow,
one
that's
of
a
them.
big one. Very
That's
cool.
a big one. Oh, gosh. Aerosmith.
Wow. That's huge. And
Dolly Parton.
I love Dolly Parton. Who when you met Dolly Parton, can you tell us a little something about her?
Yeah, it was at the We're a Family Foundation event in Manhattan at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. He was promoted. He was getting an award.
Now, were you starstruck?
I think so, yeah. But
Yeah,
I knew her over
you
the
had to
phone.
back out? Yeah.
So with the phone interviews, it's cool.
Who is your favorite male you ever met?
I love the athletes. I love Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wow.
Lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And in swimming, Caleb Dressel.
I'm not familiar with
He
it.
got
Olympic-
five gold medals in
Five.
Tokyo this year.
Didn't you interview the one with 8 gold medals?
I did Ryan Lochte.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, of course, all the time. That's my boy.
Well, that's amazing. He has known
Ryan
everybody.
Lochte.
Everybody. I'm talking about who's your most famous entertainer?
Oh gosh.
Female. Got you stumped?
Olivia Newton-John
Oh, that's a big. I would.
from Greece.
I actually got to meet John Travolta
Nice.
from
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
That, I remember that.
But and how was she as an interview?
Awesome.
Did she talk about the cancer?
Yes.
Oh wow!
We
Oh,
spoke
that
about
must have been a touching story.
And cannabis, how that's helped her. So I learned a lot,
Wow.
and her music and all that. Yeah.
Marcos, what is the next step for Marcos? And one thing, if I overstep my boundary, I don't mean to. When you had a choice between doing something you love and something of work, how was the transition so hard for you? Or was it an easy one?
I wanted to do something that made me happy, because that way you don't work a day in your life.
I remember when you were going through all this.
Oh yeah, you went through it with me.
Yeah.
That was so miserable.
Well,
the best
Mark-
thing I ever did was leave Corona.
Yeah, I agree. And
Corona.
what did I always tell you? Follow.
Your dreams.
That's right.
Your
Follow
goals,
your dream.
Yeah.
I used to tell Marcos this every day.
Every
do
hour.
do what makes you happy. And Marcos goes, but Danny, the kids. I say, I understand. The kids will always be there. But do what you got to do, because if you're not going to make yourself aesthetically happy, and you have the chance to make yourself aesthetically happy and do something you love and make enough money to survive, how the hell are you going to give that up? And what Marcos did is he followed his dream, and he's living a lifestyle that millions of people
Dream about.
dream about. Exactly.
Be
So
superstar.
I am so proud of what you are, what you've become. I know your mom's very proud of you.
Yes.
Your mama loves him more. Well, they're like my family. He's a baby boy. Nothing he can do wrong.
The bistro.
But the one thing about him, he doesn't do anything wrong. This man is a heart. He's a great person. He'll help anybody he can. He was friends with me when we were friends with Nico Vigiliti. When remember Nico who passed away.
We love him. We
I
miss
love
him.
you, Nico. I miss you.
We miss you,
But
buddy.
me and Marcos actually did a movie together. The Streets. It
Sure.
was a Streets part.
Yeah, and you won a Best Actor.
Yes, thank you.
Corona Film Festival.
Yes, I am very proud
Outstanding
of
lead
that.
actor.
Yes, I was honored with that, and thank you to one guy who's going to be coming on for that, because
How
he
did it
played-
feel to win lead actor
It was great.
All
It
those
was
nominees.
absolutely great.
on your first,
know.
second role?
Well, you know, the people that helped me are going to be here. Some of the people here are going to be here today too.
Now I'm interviewing you. See, I can't help it.
Yeah, but it was a truly amazing thing. Make sure you take one of these home.
Absolutely. Louis.
Dino lose the energy drink.
It's amazing.
Dan Romano and
Approves.
Marcos.
If Dan thinks of it,
I'm telling you,
he knows what he's talking about.
that's right. Marcos, I want to tell you, I have never had a better, more perfect friend than you. You're a perfect guy to hang around with. You're smart, you're intelligent, and it's the honest to God truth. And the stuff that you do, let me tell you something. For a person who does half the stuff he does, he is the most humble, most honest guy in the world. And that is very, very rare, because a lot of other people, their fucking heads will be blown up. Look who I'm hanging out with. This guy has dinner with some of the most biggest actors, actresses, models, everything in between on a daily basis. You know, his normality is many of our dreams.
Chris Angel.
Yeah, Chris is a friend of ours.
Angel.
Chris, we miss you. I hope your baby boy's doing well. And but I just saw Joanne, his ex-wife, Joanne. We send our love to you too.
Yes.
She, I don't know if she still has the restaurant on 110, but I do wish her the best, and I want everybody to be happy, because that's the way the world is. So what is the next step in your life? You ever gonna do different kind of interviews, or were you sticking with the?
And now I'm branching out with
How
the
come
Zoom.
you're not on the TV? That's what you have to do, the TV.
I just love writing it in a story and making it an art. That's an art, because I can edit stuff out.
Right,
I write it to make the way it looks good. I just,
Right.
yeah.
Well, nobody's better than you with it.
The quote master.
One thing I have to say is the interviews that I did when I was with the station that we did at MobCon, a lot of my interviews, I try to actually learn from this man right here, from watching him, from watching the way he puts it together. So I want to thank you. You're like
Fastest
my
turnaround rate.
well, yes.
An hour later, boom.
Well,
published.
I don't know the word, but I love trying to not be you, but do it your style, because your style works for me perfectly. So I want to thank you for being you.
Emulate.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
thank you.
emulate.
That, from my former co-host Sal Ranella, but he'll be coming on in a
Emulate.
couple of minutes right here on the Dan Romano Show. He's always in my head. He's always got the words for me. But thank you, and it's going to be a very, very good reunion with me and a very, very good friend of mine, James Dijon Bonavia, which I hope I pronounced his name correctly. But when I tell you, you're going to meet one of the most interesting, most honest, hard-working men in the business of wrestling. You are going to be in for a treat when you meet my friend. So I cannot wait. He'll be on in a couple of minutes with the one and only Sal Ranella of an upcoming movie called Good Friday, which you're going to see a list of names that's going to dumbfound you, including Dan Romano, Frank Carrera, Scott McManus, and a host of others. Yeah, Frank did an amazing job. And the wonderful Bella DiMartini. And also Mr. James Dijon Bonavia, who is a big person in this movie. Not only because of his size, but he is one damn great actor, and I cannot wait to get him on the show. And that's somebody you should be doing an interview one day too. Both of them, because they are phenomenal guys.
Anytime you name it, I'll do
Well, yeah, I would be honored to read an article about, especially about my boy right here, Sal and James, because if anybody deserves it, it's those two guys. Because what they've done, well, we're gonna get into their heads in a couple of minutes. But right now, we are here with the Mr. Power journalist, Mr. Marcos Papadatos. And Marcos, where can our viewers find you?
Instagram, The Power Journalist, and Twitter, @PowerJournalist.
And if you could say anything to your fans, what would it be?
Start early. I started at 20 years old, and 15 years later, and 16,000 articles.
So
Not that I'm counting, but I am.
16,000 articles is a lot. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of dedication.
6 to 10 articles a day.
Well, that's a person who gets to meet a lot of great up-and-coming people. Marcos, I have nothing but the utmost respect for you.
Likewise.
You are a beautiful person. If you ever see Marcos in the street, say hello to him. One of the most approachable guys out there. He's a great guy, and he's very honest. So you can go up to him. He is a celebrity. You can go up to him, ask him any question you want about so many different people. One of his favorites, who I know, is a friend of mine named Chris Angel.
Yeah.
And Chris is a great guy. We always wish him the best.
Angel.
But that's another thing that we had in common, because when Chris was practicing magic, when he was up and coming in the magic world, he got him when he was a pro, but he got him like on a one-on-one buddy, great friendship. Mm-hmm. So that's how we put the stories together, and we know
Cover stories.
I mean, we can tell you stories that'll knock your socks off. But I love Chris, and one of the nicest guys, and we always wish him the best. So we are going to be right back right here on the Dan Romano Show.
Hey,
Marcos, where else can they find you? He said
Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram and Facebook.
Twitter.
Follow him. He's one of the great
Journalist.
guys. We're going to be right back here after these messages.
Hi, Mom.
With, anybody you want to say hello to?
Hi, Mom. Effie's Bistro.
Hi, Mom.
The Bistro Queen.
All right, we're going to be right... Oh, you know what? Let me take a quick second. Sorry, don't go to break yet. Hold on 1 second. We're going to talk really quick about a comedy night that Mr. Marcos is going to be coming to, which I hope you can make it.
August 30th.
All right, now
Library
this is a
Cafe.
great comedy night that we got coming up on Monday, the 30th, at a place called the Library Cafe right here in Farmingdale Village. The phone number is 516-756-2753. We were sold out of the show today.
Oh, wow.
The owner of the Library Cafe gave me a call and says, Danny, we are adding 6 more seats to this amazing event. I thanked them very much. So now we have 6 more seats for this amazing event. Monday, the 30th of August, from 7 to 9:30 p.m. And who is going to be on this card is going to be an overwhelming night of comedy. First of all, we got my girl Jenna Lee Fedley, who is one of the funniest, up-and-coming, most beautiful women in this business. And let me tell you something, she's worked with more headliners, and she's going to be one herself than almost anybody that's been in the comedy world at such a little time. And I'm so proud to put her on these shows. Also, we have Tugboat Manny, who is one of the funniest rated PG comedians on this market today. To top him off, we got Mr. Pat Marone, and you really can't top Tugboat because he is a pro. Pat Marone is one of the most funniest up-and-coming, well, he's not really up-and-coming, he's a pro. And he is a comedian from the Bronx. And he will make everybody laugh from the minute he gets on to the end. And then we have a beautiful woman who is probably one of the hardest working comedian that just got added to this list out of a blessing to me, as a gift to me, the beautiful Vanessa Hollinshead. I hope I pronounced her last name right. But one of the most awesome, I mean, to see her, you would have to pay $35, $40. And she's on TV, she's got her own network, she's an amazing woman. And just her alone would be worth $40 for the price of admission to see her. Here it's included in the $25 that we already almost sold out of the show. So basically, whoever is coming to this show is getting probably one of the biggest bonuses ever in a comedy show after you bought your tickets. You have two of the biggest headliners in this business today. One is Stevie GB, and the other one is the beautiful Vanessa Hollinshead. I think I pronounced her. I hope I pronounced the name right. But I can't wait for this amazing night. And this is going to be one of the best in comedy. We're going to be right back here on the Dan Romano Show. Don't go nowhere.
The Dan Romano Show is brought to you in part by Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery. Keys Love Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry for men and women at affordable pricing, guaranteed to never tarnish or turn. And Keys Cutlery, a cut above the rest, specializing in hunting, camping, fantasy, and everyday use. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery are both located in Lala's Flea Market, 1075 Portion Road, Farmingville. That's 1075 Portion Road, Farmingville, in the Tiffany Plaza Shopping Center. Or you could visit them online at keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. That's keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. Got a question? Give them a call. 631-379-1781. That's 631-379-1781. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery.
All right, guys, we are live right back here on the Dan Romano Show. First of all, I'm going to bring in a very great friend of mine. He was one of the actual creators of a show that I did and he did many, many moons ago, and it was called Pizza Talk. We are blessed with the one, and also he's making one of the biggest hit movies coming out in the movie theater today soon. And Dan Romano's in it. From Good Friday, the one and only Mr. Sal fucking Ranella. Sal Ranella, everybody.
I'm crossing. I'm breaking all the fucking rules. Big Dan Romano in the
I love
house.
you, brother.
Yo, first of all,
Sal Ranella.
we got gifts for you.
Oh, my goodness.
From me and Big Jim.
Oh, my goodness.
First of all, here's some wine. Jen Pfeiffer, rock it like a redhead.
Oh, I love it.
Or in your case, rub it like a redhead.
Oh,
Here
Sal, I
you go.
love you. Oh, my God,
Salud.
both of you.
Throw this away. And here's some great, because this is music.
Wow, I love it.
This is Indian rhythm sticks, drumsticks. Guess what, man? Use them tonight. Bring you a lot of love and magic
Sal,
in the bedroom.
I love you guys. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get right into
I got
it.
it bro, from Colorado.
Beautiful. Oh, my God. He's absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you, Sal.
I was just in Colorado.
Well, we are also going to be bringing in
The one and
the
only.
one man that if I was ever in a fucking match, this is the man I want to be with. I worked with him in a movie that we're doing together, all right, and we're gonna talk about it. He is a giant. He is a beautiful man. He got to play Andre the Giant. This is the one, the only, the champ, Mr. James Dijon Bonavia. Yo, brother. What's up, brother?
All right.
Oh my God, am I ecstatic right now? Look at this man. Look at the
6'9".
size of this man. Let me move this bottle over here.
Yeah. You might break it on our heads.
How are you, my brother?
I'm doing good.
You
It's
look
good to
amazing.
be back on your show.
I'm happy to have you. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
The
We've
last time
we've been busy.
Yeah, well, that's amazing. We're gonna get into that. But the last time I saw you, you had women on your shoulders at my show. You picked them up and you just put them up like they were rag dolls. And it was,
Yeah.
and
Well,
they still talk about it.
nowadays I'm picking up women. So what do you
Well,
want me to
that's a
tell
beautiful.
you?
I don't blame you. You look amazing, man.
Thank you, man.
You will look fucking phenomenal.
They're gonna add an Olympic sport
Yes.
just for that. Didn't the guy David
Nah,
Prowse?
I mean, when Andre did the photo,
right.
my mother was actually at that event.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
My mother was at that event, and they were all around him, and he did the shot where he had 4 girls on each arm and stuff like that. They asked my mother to be in the photo, but she declined because my mom's shy. You know my mom's shy.
Very nice lady. Let me tell you something. The other guy that used to pick up women like that was the guy that played Darth Vader, David Prowse. He did that too.
I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say the black guy with the voice.
Oh, no.
I don't think he would pick up.
No, not at all. No. The other guy.
Will
was-
Chamberlain, maybe.
Maybe
Will
he's a beast.
Chamberlain. Listen, there's an art to picking up women.
There's an art to it.
There's an art to everything.
Well,
And especially if
somebody
you're going
give
to
me
rock
a-
it like a redhead.
Well, yeah. If you put one of those in the system, I think you got like a 90% shot.
Yeah, there you go.
So, we're really proud of the fact that, we did this short film. It's an inspirational movie for people to come back and resume their lives after, as normal after the COVID pandemic has locked everybody down and people have been depressed. And so we did a little short film called NAX.
And we filmed it while the city was shut down.
Yeah, we filmed it while the city was shut down, and it's called NAX Crossroads. And
Oh yeah, I saw that.
and
Yes.
we also had a premiere for it. So we wrote, produced, and premiered it, and we were really proud of it. It's up on YouTube now, so you guys can just go and check it out on the NAX Entertainment channel.
That's awesome.
A lot of great wrestlers that go around the world.
And then we just had
Up and coming, yeah.
the first indoor event in the New York, New Jersey
That's
area.
right. July
professional
10th
wrestling
in
show.
Clifton, New Jersey.
July 10th in the Clifton, New Jersey, we had a show called Antidote, and it was off the chains. Everybody who came, they had, between the guys who were on the show and the fans that came, and we got a lot of positive feedback.
That's
and we know
awesome.
the next show is going to be much bigger, and we got that scheduled for November 20th. We're calling Smashing It, because that's what we're doing in the business right now. We're just
That's
smashing
awesome.
it.
I always came up with the idea in the independent world. My dream always has been something very simple. I always said that the independent company should be able to go to other independent companies and fight their guys. And that way everyone gets seen, everybody gets known, and that's the way it should be traveling. I don't know if it would have worked.
Actually,
I love that idea.
we're doing something like that. We have an international squad called El Imperio.
I love it.
I know you follow me online, so
Yes.
I just came back from Puerto Rico.
Which I
and
could only imagine.
4 months ago, I was in Mexico City, and on September 16th, I'm going back to Mexico City. I'm having a match down there with my tag team partner, Johnny Valletta, who's coming from Malta.
Nice.
And he's ranked number 5 in All Japan Pro Wrestling.
Wow.
And so we're going to go
Big.
down there. We're going to wreak some havoc down there in Iztapalapa, Mexico City.
Oh, shit.
Revelación Lucha Libre Iztapalapa. But let me tell you guys something, bro. You guys think that it's you that made your company grow? Nobody even knew who you were. Nobody even heard of you until we came down there, El Imperio. Now that we came down there, now everybody's talking about how did these international stars come down to this little federation in Mexico City, and now you're blowing up and you're thanking yourselves. Well, let me tell you something. When we get there, we're going to prove to you why we are the Maltese Marauders. We are the best tag team in the world, and we're the best because we're Maltese.
I love that. You heard that?
Bravo.
Wow. I got fucking goosebumps.
That's
I
right.
want, I want to come and back you up.
Dude, let me tell you something. I've been working out every day.
You guys
bro.
are fucking beasts.
I work out twice a day, every day. Every day, I never take a day off. We're doing stuff. We're doing movies. I was just filming this movie called Moon Rocks, which I got a feature role as the alien Gord, who's an alien drug lord in the movie. And it's kind of like, if you ever saw the Predator movies, it's kind of like similar to that type of character, but it's like
Congratulations, that's big.
it's a stoner film though. It's a comical stoner film.
Right on my alley.
But it's a sci-fi thing, and if you like things like Spaceballs and stuff like that, you're gonna love this film. And
May I ask who's producing? Or you allowed to talk about that?
well, it's written by David Rodriguez.
Okay.
David Rodriguez, was the guy who edited our NAX Crossroads videos. He's also has done editing work for the television show Dexter. It was on
Yes,
show,
yes, I remember.
Showtime. And you see all that blood splatter and all that stuff in there. That's all his work.
That's amazing.
So
That's amazing.
yeah. So he's a good guy, and there's a huge bull in the stable who's looking to release it. and there's a lot of people who came on board for this film. So far so good.
Well, tell them about the time a couple weeks ago when we filmed Good Friday. 6 cops cars showed up.
Oh well,
Tell 'em what you
well,
did.
Well, I'll tell you something.
gotta hear
well,
this, Dan.
Well, first of
I am.
all, I'm not want to understate this film that Sal's putting together. I don't know if you watch the stuff that I write on Sal's page, but I really love this guy.
Thank you.
And there's
Likewise.
many reasons why I love him. It's because
He's real.
He's a genuine article. He doesn't use his talent or whatever he's done to sit there and stand over people. Instead, he's down there. We're all out pushing the train to get it over the hill together. And this mob comedy, Good Friday, is just like such an awesome film. There's so many awesome people involved. I think there's
A lot.
there's close to 20 recognizable faces.
At least. Now that you've
And
brought
a minimum.
you brought in a lot of the wrestlers that are known, and Danny brought in a lot of guys.
Sure.
But
We got Mike Verna
Mike
from
Verna.
AEW Star
AEW.
right now. He's in a big scene at the feast, and
Yep.
hopefully we'll be in these future scenes that we have coming up as well. And we were just filming with beautiful Bobby C, right?
Yep.
Very nice.
And anyway, yeah.
Danny
just-
brought.
I
Danny
love,
made
I,
some calls and brought in a lot. Helped on 20-something%. You're helping on the last 20-something%. So it went from just being this concept to now with
to a
guys
monster.
like you.
To a monster.
We have Federico Castelluccio,
Chi-Chi.
Angel
bastard.
Salazar. We got to say, gosh,
We got legends in this.
legends. Jeff Rat Bastard.
May he rest in peace.
Priyama should rest in peace. Pat Maroney.
Thank God we got his part
Willie
before he left
DeMeo.
too.
Tony Ray Rossi. Artie Pasquale.
Yeah, but
the
you can
list
mention
goes
all
on.
of these things, but I'm going to tell you
Go ahead.
what's the money in your genius film that you
Oh,
got
Dan
here
Romano?
is the fact that it's good, clean
Comedy.
and
Yes.
it's good, clean Hollywood action, and there's nothing.
Well, the director's phenomenal.
There's nothing salacious
Oh,
about
thanks.
it.
The director's phenomenal. The guy you got shooting was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a top-notch film. It's
You got,
fucking good.
and I'll tell you something. Everybody on that set believes in you one way or the other.
Absolutely, you have to. You have to.
I mean, people who can look back past themselves for a second.
Exactly.
Well-
There's a few guys that can't, but I'll tell you, at the end of the day, we're going to have a nice storyline,
Look at this guy.
nice action, and
Like, still growing.
Still going?
still going.
It's going.
Hopefully, it'll
Don't
open
go.
the door for us to do many other things.
Yes.
I mean, that's the
I
idea.
say about this movie.
Nah, it's going to be a classic, man.
I guarantee it. I say about this movie, once it's made, you don't get it. This could be like another Meet the Parent.
Sure.
Or there's so many storylines that you can make with this character that Sal created out of his fucking beautiful mind out of there.
Thanks, Dan.
His mother would be, and I know she is in heaven.
Yeah,
she is
totally.
very proud of what her baby boy turned into
Thank
over
you,
here.
thank you so much.
He's got me. He's got the Giant. What the fuck more do you need? He's got a team behind him. He's got you, Frank Carrera, Scott McManus, Bella D. fucking beautiful Martini, and Dino Luzzi.
Yeah, where's your co-host? Don't you have a co-host?
Well, she couldn't make it today, so I.
Let me
told-
tell you
And
the-
wait, well, you know what? This is boys' night.
Yeah.
All right,
This is
guys,
boys'
night out.
night.
The day that you're going to come on the set, we're going to have Angel Salazar,
Yep.
Willie DeMeo, you,
Pat Marone, another great guy. Pat Maroney,
Joey Katz,
Joey Catalano, my boy.
Nino La Rocca, and a few other guys. That scene, along with a couple of scenes that Big Jim
Yeah, we
helped
got
film,
Anthony
it's
Gatton
gonna
in,
be-
Anthony
yeah.
Ferrugia's in
Oh
that.
gosh, these guys.
You
I
got,
don't-
you
I
got a
don't-
grand slam.
It's a grand
It's
slam.
a grand slam.
Listen, I'm in a lot of different, and so are the rest of us, in a lot of different.
Charlie
indie films.
Catania.
Yeah, Charlie Catania did a great job as the Polish janitor. Yeah, rock it out, bro.
I love it. I love it. I'm very happy
Rhythmic.
right now.
Good. And rock it like
Oh,
a
I
redhead.
can't. I rock it.
Or rub it like a redhead.
Do we know who makes this? Is it a friend of ours or
No,
just? Oh yeah.
What I did was,
I love it though.
I buy a bunch of bottles of wine from California, from like,
And you travel with them. I love it.
yeah, it's like,
Different parts of the world, man. Different parts of the vineyards.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was telling you about the Olympico
well, it's an investor,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna now go invade Mexico.
Mexico.
For,
That's fucking huge. Let me tell you something.
September 18th. So that's coming up. We're gonna be down there
16th to the
16th, 17th,
19th.
18th, and 19th in Mexico City, and Sal's coming.
That's
I
right.
love it.
We're bringing him
I
on the
wanna
road with
tell-
us.
I
And I'll
wanna
tell you
tell you.
something with this guy here. 1 second, right?
Yeah,
with this
please,
guy,
please.
Sal. He's earning his spot, man.
Thank
He's
you.
out
God
there on
bless
the
him.
road.
He's busting his
putting
ass.
out flyers, getting people off the street to come into the show. I mean,
He's
he's on the
he-
promotional
he's
end.
dedicated.
He's
dedicated.
invested his, his time and his money and his heart into the company, and we definitely we like having you on board now as an administrator in NAX.
That's
You've been
beautiful.
moving your way up really fast,
Give him a round.
and he's not getting it, bro. He's earning it.
Thank you.
Well,
And like you, we asked you a couple of times to
I
come
would-
in for the shoots.
I would love to.
come down
The
to
only-
the shows.
I was gonna say-
this is now our third NAX show. The next one's gonna be our fourth.
nobody loves wrestling
We want to
as
get
much
you out
as
to
I
this
do.
sucker, man.
Dude, but this is the problem. My fucking restaurant world sucks ass. But there might be a silver lining. Very soon, I'm thinking about maybe retiring and going into a different profession, into this restaurant world. The restaurant world's, I'm dead.
Right.
I'm in this fucking business for 35 fucking years. And I'm not talking about a regular fucking day. My day is nothing like the working man regular 40-hour bullshit. In my world, I work 90 to 90. And
Easily,
Sal
easily.
could,
Easily.
Sal could, he
I
worked
would
with me.
leave at 1 or 2. You're still going to 4 or 5.
I
in the
worked
morning.
in-
Yo, you're a
fucking-
slave to the business.
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
man. You
But
know
I would
that.
work 9 in the morning on a fucking Friday. Come home 4:30 in the morning. To be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning again. To fucking come back at 4:30 in the morning again. To be back at 9:30 and then to work a half day from 9:30 a.m. to only 10 p.m. That's a half day for me.
Our guy Tony from Corona just retired.
Yeah, well, God
and
bless
he's
him.
only a few
Yeah,
years older
yeah.
than us. But the
And,
business beat him up.
But
business was there
it
since
takes a wear and
1984.
tear. It's a wear and tear on your body. Well, my point is, there's a very great silver lining to this because you guys know I'm throwing my hat in the ring of writing a movie, and when I come out and I've worked with Sal. Sal saw my writing. Sal knows I got fucking lightning, and Sal got lightning. That's why I told Sal. Sal, tell me if I'm exaggerating or if I'm lying.
You got something very unique.
But no. But me and Sal, when me and Sal got together, I wanna say I put a little fire in my boy's ass. Because I said, Sal, you got fire right here on Good Friday. I said, are you fucking kidding me? And there was a time where Sal was tired. You get burnt out.
I wanted to quit twice.
You get burnt out.
1 year after another.
But we had some amazing people. My boy right here was one of the main reasons. Frank Carrera, Scott McManus. They
Glenn
said,
McBride.
yes,
and-
well, there's a
and
lot.
that-
There's a lot,
Oh,
but I
there's a
want to
lot
get to
of
the
guys.
point.
Go ahead.
And then when Bella DiMartini came on, and let me tell you something, there's another beautiful woman in this movie called Sapphire, who is another big star right now on Jersey
Right,
Shore.
That's right.
That's fucking huge. You got some big ass names. So I said, Sal, you got to finish this fucking
Yeah.
movie. And we were talking. We almost went at it a couple of times.
Sure.
But he said, Danny, you're absolutely fucking right. And now we got people like him, William DeMayo. The list goes fucking on. Jeff Fat Bastard.
I
We
never
got the-
even mentioned Bobby Chizuli from
But that-
Jersey
that's-
Housewives.
no, that's fucking huge.
I mean,
Bobby's a
he was
great
like
guy.
the first guy that we
Who
brought
came
in.
on the board.
Yeah, and that opened the doors to get Federico and the other.
And everybody else.
People don't realize that it was. Everyone's like, how come it's not done?
Right.
It's one thing if you just make a movie where we just get 3 of us and we just film the 3 of us, but when
Yes.
there's a lot going on, it's a mini Hollywood project. At
Well,
this
we're
point.
gonna-
Listen, you don't have to explain yourself.
Right.
All right.
That's true.
You know when I go to a restaurant and I order some food, I tell them don't rush it.
That's
true.
I want
Take your time to cook it.
That's true.
All right. Because if it's not good, I'm gonna tell you.
Like that Greek place
You
you
know what
brought
I'm
us
telling
in
you.
Astoria. They took their time. Everything came out.
Mint.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful
delicious.
thing. Well, guys, right now the Dan Romano show is going a different vibe. I got a great wrestler, actor, promoter. The guy's a legend. And one thing I love about this man, I hope you don't take
You got
this
a
wrong.
cover band as well, right?
Well, that's on top of everything. But the man does not fucking fail. If he puts his heart and soul into something, I guarantee you, from the beginning to the fucking end, you are gonna get perfection in the end of this. And I gotta say, he made this beautiful man right here. See, I'm looking at you over there, and it looks like I'm pointing at him for some fucking reason.
All right.
But exactly. But this man made one of my comedy nights so much fucking bigger than it fucking
yeah.
ever was in my life. The day that when you attacked in a nice way,
No, I
Mr.
didn't
Terry
attack
McNeil.
nobody. I didn't attack nobody. I had to defend
Yes, the rights.
myself. And as a professional wrestler, now your friend was over there, right? I will talk about it for a second.
Yes,
right?
of course you can.
And to me, he seemed like a ranting type of person. He was going on the rants for his divorce, going on rants for this, going on rants for that. So he's a rant. I don't know. You call that a rant comic? I don't know what you call it.
I don't know,
It's
but-
not a shock comic. It's just basically somebody spewing his misery at the audience, and then he started attacking professional wrestling. Now, my uncle was a professional wrestler by the name of Baron Mikhail Cicluna, who's in the 1996 Hall of Fame, WWE, with Tito Santana and Johnny Rods.
Which is a huge honor.
And then me, myself, I've been wrestling for 25 years, since 1996. So when you dedicate half of your life to doing something, and then some guy comes up there and starts tearing down, if you're still into wrestling and you're after
Hey,
40 years old and there's something
yeah.
wrong with you, there's something this with you, there's something that with you. And then, you know, I was taking it as a sport, and he just took on and on. And everybody's around there looking at me like, yo, is he saying this? Does he want you to get up there and tell him something? Because it's really, at this point, it's...
I mean, he knew you were there.
At this point,
Of course.
Everybody knew you were there.
It's a little bit past, you know,
Yes.
being a joke.
Right.
So
I agree.
So then I got up there and I basically told him, like, he was turning around, and he turned around and he saw me, and I said, I grabbed the mic out of his hand, and I told him, I says, well, you're sitting over here tearing down people like me that are professional wrestlers.
Right.
Right? Actor entertainers as well, like some of the most famous people in the world right now.
Right.
The biggest actor in the world is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's a wrestler entertainer who's over his 40s. He's
how
tearing
many
down
movies
people
a
like
year?
that.
John Cena's
people
coming
like
up
John
like
Cena doing the same thing, and he's projected to be even bigger than The Rock one day. And I got news for you, John Cena, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, people like myself have done charity work for people all around the world. And I've been in places where kids, there's no beds for them. They're on the floor. There's no air conditioner. They got all kinds of
Third floor,
They got all
nonetheless.
kinds of terminal problems and difficulties, and we spend a lot of our time doing charity work to, you know, make a pleasant day in the life of a kid whose life is miserable. And just to hear
Salute.
a bum like that, miserable bum on stage like that, I forgot he was tearing down a couple of other things beforehand too. And I saw the people in the audience getting a little bit like, you know,
I was.
not they weren't entertained by it, but as a matter of fact, they were put off by it. They thought it
He
wasn't
should have just
tasteful.
made it a little
It
joke.
wasn't. Yeah. So if you do something, make your joke and go on. That's my advice to the guy. Is just don't keep on these subjects for too long, because after a while, it doesn't become a joke anymore.
Right.
That's
And
correct.
that was basically the end of it, you know. So you know, like I says, professional wrestlers, entertainers, musicians, they do a lot of charity work behind the scenes that nobody knows about. And for that, they deserve a little bit of respect, even if you don't understand what we do.
I agree. I agree.
I mean, you've been writing it, you know, like you said it today on the air. Don't do your bringer shows, you know, do your charity shows. I mean, we all do a lot of charity shows. If I told you how many I did in Nashville and Florida, because
Yeah.
we're the first people that people come to because we're easy accessible.
No, but
we
I'm
wanna
saying,
help.
there's a certain mentality, juvenile mentality, that people have towards the art of professional wrestling.
Of course.
Because they don't see the art in it. They just see whatever, that kids like it, so they figure it must be juvenile since so many, you know,
Right.
millions and millions of kids like it, or young people like it. And the truth of the matter is that it's an art form. And like I told a boxer when I was in Europe, and I had a boxing match, 3-round exhibition against the heavyweight champion in Malta, Billy Colito, and he said, you know, we heard of this SmackDown wrestling down here, but you know, they didn't really understand it, weren't educated about it, didn't really respect it.
Right.
And I explained it to him, and I said, you know, let's just say you're a professional boxer, right? So somebody's going to come at you and throw a punch. You're going to stay there and get hit. It's like, no, I'm going to defend. I'm going to do this. I got 60
You guys
ways to defend each punch that's going to come at me. I said, well, that's the difference. You know, we know somebody's coming at you swinging full on with a chair, and we walk right in it and take it to the dome with our hands down in the name of entertaining the fans.
Right.
Now, what takes more courage? To dodge the punch and try not to get hit the whole match?
Or to take the
Or
fucking
walking
football.
through these spots and going through the tables and coming off the ladders and on the thumbtacks and off the top rope onto the outside, you know. Every time you do that, you're risking your life. Every time
course.
you do a flip rotation doing something in a wrestling
I
ring,
have no idea how the fuck you guys
if you
get
don't
up from some of
complete
that
that, you could become a paraplegic. And I know people.
Like that.
I know people
That's right,
personally
instantly.
who have gotten hurt or paralyzed for the rest of their life,
Of
even
course.
killed.
Well, if I'm not, I
So,
think
you know-
Triple H killed somebody in the ring many, many years ago in the beginning of his career.
He might have.
I know he did. I have the copy. Where
I
the-
know
the
that
guy- the guy
just
spied his own
recently
fucking-
there
he
was
did-
an
the first time
accident
he ever
with
did
Rey
the move.
Mysterio.
Yeah.
Where the guy got thrown out of the ring, and then when he flipped out of the ring, it looked like his vertebrae hit the corner of the ring. Obviously, he was flipping out through the ropes.
Right.
And just out of instinct, he came back into the ring, and then Rey Mysterio didn't see what happened in that second and came around with the 619 and just hit him. And I guess the rest of his vertebrae just snapped and
Snapped
died.
right,
The guy died right there in front of thousands of people in Mexico. So, you know, like I'm saying, you got to be a little bit more than this juvenile mentality at this so many years later in the wrestling business. Everybody knows what people have given up in their lives. You know,
wrestling's a sacrifice.
You know,
every
you
which
saw
way.
what happened to Owen Hart while they was lowering
right.
him down to the ring as the Blue Blazer. And, you know, he hit the post and then instinctively backflipped into the ring and just died. And, you know, it's a life and death thing that we do. You know, it's like I remember this one guy. He's like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "You're gonna come to my show?" He's gonna be, you know, I don't know about that wrestling stuff though, but I saw the Matrix, and the Matrix was great.
Matrix.
I said, "Well, you know what happens in the Matrix, right? They yell cut,
Yeah.
and
right
then a
before
brave
anything
person
happened, of course.
like myself comes in and does the stunt, and then they go, action again, and it looks like Keanu Reeves did it."
Right.
I says, but you know
It's
what,
it's
what you're
polished.
what you're seeing though in professional wrestling is you're seeing the athlete performing his own stunt.
Exactly.
Right.
And there is no cut, there is no take two.
No, you
You
got
know,
one
and-
shot.
And like, you know, for instance, people practice their whole lives to be in the Olympics, right?
Right.
And when they go up, they don't get a perfect 10. It's hard to get a perfect 10. But
Yeah.
when you don't get a perfect 10 in a wrestling match, you're in the emergency room.
That's right.
You know, all of these injuries that I've been going through,
I
right?
can imagine.
Sal, you know.
It's the real deal. It's not.
Well, Sal, if I
Yeah.
could, let me talk.
Sure.
I want to talk a little bit, really quick, about something that me and you did.
Sure.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
know,
tell
but
me.
me and him did Pizza Talk together.
Yeah, I know about that.
Me and Sal created a show that was fucking out of this world. And I don't know if Sal remembers the first day
I do.
that we popped our cherry on this wonderful show.
I do.
We had the wonderful Mark Mendoza
Mark Mendoza.
come on a rated R, heavy, crazy. We were supposed to be over the fucking top talk show.
Oh, yeah.
And Mark comes on we did our first interview on the one and only Mark Mendoza. And Mark gives us the most saddest,
Like Oprah Winfrey.
yeah, cry. I mean,
cheers.
me and Sal were fucking, salud. Me and Sal were fucking, me and Sal were talking and we're trying
Pizza
to follow.
talk.
Salud.
Pizza
Pizza
talk.
talk.
Dino Luzzi, hey.
Dino Luzzi.
Dino Luzzi, everybody.
Bravo.
It's an energy beverage.
But,
It was so funny.
now,
bro.
yeah, and then all of a sudden, me and Sal were looking at each other, and we're hearing Mark got the tears
about
in
his
his eyes.
father dying.
And, yeah, and
his
going
father
on.
would want him to go on with the show, and because he just got the audition for Twisted Sister, he was
And it's
in
a big
he was
thing.
in the Dictators, and he was telling us things about Heather Locklear
Yeah,
and
throwing the
Motley
furniture in the
Crue
water.
Yo.
and all this stuff, and
And me
then-
and Sal were looking at each other. We're like, how the fuck are we gonna top what the fuck just
Yeah, but-
happened? What do we do from here?
but Frankie D comes out and goes,
Out of nowhere.
I don't want you guys doing Oprah fucking Winfrey.
Yeah, thank you.
And he's like, you guys suck. And then
Frankie
Then-
D, I fucking miss him.
yeah, and so
You know
then,
Frankie D?
so then we had
that?
to.
Oh.
Frankie
He looks
Rico?
a little like.
No, he's a
he
big
looks a little
DJ.
bit like the barber.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Brutus the Beefcake Barber. a little.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he looks like Brutus the
Oh,
Barber.
Yeah.
So and then we had to like scrap it and then give an interview where Mark was more antagonistic to
Yep.
us.
Yep.
Oh gosh, but
We came out with a show for Pizza Talk that day.
yeah, Rich
And
Kern,
Richard Kern.
Caroline,
Caroline Saracusa.
yeah,
I haven't
some
seen
other
that girl in
people.
years.
yeah.
I forgot. We had a whole bunch of fucking people. We
great.
had that was the taste that I finally had that makes me want to fucking love this fucking business. Now, I mean, I've been through a lot of stations. The Real Radio Show.
You had the one in
I forgot the fucking names.
shit. I went there. for
WLINY.
Christmas. Yeah, I guess
I
so.
did that one. I ran Gov's fucking radio for a while. With #1 show there. #1 show at fucking the Real Radio Show. #1 fucking show with Mark Mendoza at Area 20 fucking 22. I
You
believe
had
it
a
was
few
called.
places.
We did an amazing job, and now I'm very, very happy where I
It was
am
a
right
nice
now.
place.
It's a beautiful. I mean, how do you like the studio?
Yeah, it's nice.
I wait till you see the other half when we start doing shows on there.
I think I did this with Tina, with Teresa Tea Time.
Oh, if you did, then this is the
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
That's where I remember you from.
But Strong Island Television.
I'm like,
Strong Island Television is where you want to be. we are so happy to announce. Give me we just picked up a great show. Disturbed and Confused with two of the most beautiful most beautiful women on the show. Give me oh my God, Michelle Astor and Rachel Reb.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, because I almost blanked out on their fucking names. But
That's awesome.
I am so happy
That's
that.
because you always got beautiful girls around.
Yeah,
you,
I
you know,
tried.
that's
Now
the
I
thing.
got
Not
the now I
today,
got the
though.
fucking massive guy. Let me tell you something. If I was in a brawl, I want these two motherfuckers by my side.
Listen,
The honest to God, true. Sal's a fucking karate expert.
I
This
don't
guy's
know.
a fucking giant. Me, I'm just a little fucking guy.
I'll tell you one thing. This is the guy you want in a fucking foxhole.
He's pointing at me. He's pointing at me. Just to let everybody know.
Well, maybe both you guys. You're very resourceful.
No, yeah,
Well, you know what? Listen,
anybody,
you
I
guys
want the
know
giant.
me. I just turned.
He's a baby.
I celebrated my birthday last week. I just turned
Happy
50.
birthday.
Fifth, and you didn't fucking invite me?
I
What the fuck?
I wasn't even gonna
We're
do
doing
anything.
it here.
I
we
kind of got
we're
injured
gonna-
on my set doing a stunt as
Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
Predator in the Predator costume. So I blew my hamstring
I'm
out
sorry about that.
and I tore my quadricep. But I still kind of just went out with a couple of close relatives and friends.
Good.
And it was nice, just to go out and do something. As you know, we're living during this COVID time, so no matter where you go.
And by the way, what do you feel
place
about
is
this bullshit with this
No
COVID?
place is the way it used to be.
I don't want to talk too much about the fucking COVID, but to me, and I don't know how
We should
everybody else
talk
feels.
about it.
If you don't feel like getting your fucking needles, my opinion is you should be able to fucking do what you want with your own body.
Stand up for your rights.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
Stand
the
up for
fucking
your
government.
rights if you
know
want
what?
to.
You're trying to bribe people. We'll give you $100 if you take the
We'll
fucking
give you
needle.
tickets. We'll give you.
You know
this.
what? The only thing I don't understand, if people are vaccinated and they got their fucking
What are
needles,
they worried about?
And they're going around one fucking person that doesn't have a fucking needle, and you want to tell this fucking person you can't go on this fucking plane because 99 fucking people have the fucking needle, but you don't. That means you don't have fucking faith in your vaccination. Because your vaccination's supposed
Well,
to
it's
fucking
not a
deter this
vaccination. It's an experimental treatment at
Yes.
best. But I'm going to tell you something, all right? I took the Johnson & Johnson vaccine
Thank you.
because I travel and I'm doing arenas, and for
Well,
whatever
I have-
reasons,
Yes.
to make other people
You
feel
did too?
comfortable.
No, I never
I
did it.
figured, no, listen to this.
I'm
This is a
scared.
serious story.
No, please.
So Sal knows, right? So anyway, I took this thing for the safety of make other people feel good. I figure I'm big or whatever, I could take it. And it's the coronavirus vaccine was the big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I took the Johnson & Johnson because I wanted to have the one and done, all right? Starting 48 hours after I took it, I felt really sick, dizzy, faint. And then,
These are stories you
and
very
then
rarely hear about.
afterwards,
Or people want to tell.
I started getting, listen to this, I started getting profuse nosebleeds, right? Now listen to this. Story gets better. So I'm talking about raining
From-
blood
Oh,
out of
God.
out of the blood vessels in my nose. So then I go to the doctor and I says, listen, I haven't had any nosebleeds like this. I went to the hospital at first because it wouldn't stop and I got really nervous.
What?
And I says, well, the only thing that's different is 3 days ago I took the they didn't want to hear it. You got to fill all these things. I didn't travel. I didn't come into contact. But when you're telling them I'm having a side effect from the COVID, they didn't document it. They didn't hear it. They didn't do nothing.
Those are
They made me
cocksuckers.
hold my nose like this, and then they kicked me out of the hospital. All right. So then I had 18 more nosebleeds.
Mink.
18.
That's like
I
a
went
death.
twice to get my nose cauterized, and then the next day I'm taking a deuce, and my nose just starts bleeding while I'm on the bathroom. So I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. I just got my nose cauterized, and I'm just on the. Every time they take my blood pressure, it was the same thing, 126/82. It's good blood pressure. You shouldn't be bleeding from your blood vessels. Now get this, I get my nose cauterized twice, right?
Right.
Stop bleeding from my nose. I had my tonsils removed about 2 years ago. I stopped bleeding from when my tonsils
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
So why was I bleeding? Now, come to say, 4 weeks ago, they came out with people bleeding from their blood vessels, even from their ass, all right? Because that's also, your asshole's a blood vessel. So now they're saying that people are having these huge bleeds.
Side effects.
But they didn't report it, they didn't document it, and I'm sure it's happening to a lot more
Millions of
people.
people, probably.
And you know what? When it comes to the coronavirus, it's a flu. All right, somebody generated a virus to speed up the action
Right.
and the effects of all sickness.
Right.
That's why if you have any
Exactly.
kind of sicknesses, you fall into a thing. Why did they do that? Who was the money? I thought Obama blocked it, and Fauci's somehow involved, but we're listening to him. And, everybody should think twice about what's going on
Of
here.
course.
Because I believe what happened to me, and I'm not a doctor, but all the bleeds that I had was the vaccine coming out. Because don't forget, they put the vaccine in your blood, and I felt like my body was just throwing it up.
Well, yeah, and that's a lot of people. A lot of people have millions of people are having side effects. from this.
And I
But my
will never
point-
take another vaccine
Right.
with this thing again. No, don't use me as a guinea pig.
Right, well, that's
Take
what
all
they're
the
doing.
time. You can't stop a flu. They say there's a flu vaccine. If it's the flu vaccine, how come the flu isn't disappeared?
You know what my
and
biggest
there's a different
my biggest
flu
fear,
every year.
My biggest fear in this
Then
in
you
this
get the
thing,
flu vaccine. They're like, oh, it's a different thing.
Right, right.
It
Well,
doesn't
my
affect
biggest
it.
fear is as soon they're gonna come out with another fucking version of this fucking
course they
thing,
are.
and they're gonna say, well, if you already have the 2 other vaccines, you know what? We don't have anything for you for this one because it's gonna fucking interfere. This is created to destroy man.
Yes.
If you don't understand that by now, we have billions of fucking people.
I don't know about
hold on.
destroying man, but-
Ashby. We have billions of people in this world. Billions.
But that
We
decrease
do
the
not
population.
have room. We do not have room for everybody to keep fucking everybody. There's no room. The fish are running out. The water's fucking, no matter what. You see all these fucking $1 million tidal waves coming over?
Right.
What do you think's happening?
That's
the
from
salt
fracking.
But the salt water is getting into the fucking fresh water. Soon the fresh water we drink ain't going to be
No,
available.
but can I tell you something? In Malta, just so that everyone can know about the water crisis, all right?
Well, I
it's
don't know what's
over.
going on in Malta.
In Malta, they created a system where they turn seawater into drinking water, and it's some of the cleanest water in the world. So there
Well,
you go.
that's amazing. Well,
problem
God bless. But thank God. Thank God.
But
we
they
got
don't
more
really tell
people.
you about all of this stuff or whatever.
But
They
my
closed
point-
down our pipeline. They opened up the one for Russia. Shit makes no sense over here. We do things with environmental standards there. They don't do it.
Right.
There's not. Everybody's pissing on you, trying to convince you it's raining. So just realize that it's piss, and then make your decision from there.
Well, listen, China is doing this as a social engineering experiment,
Biological
weapon,
fucking
and bioweapon
warfare.
because they're having too many. They've been working on this for years. Too many people, how to figure it out to lower the population. So they bring it here because socialism, communism is control.
That's right.
Today, where I was, there was a sign that said, "The city has the right to refuse you to
From
be in this
entering? Really?
to be in this building if you don't have your vaccine."
Card, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll
That
tell you
de-
something.
that destroys
I'm
your
going to
rights.
give you another thing. My sister-in-law,
Wait,
Carla.
isn't that the same thing as fucking as racism too? Wasn't that
is.
the same thing?
It's close.
No,
You know, you
yeah.
couldn't go into a certain building if you were a certain color.
Right.
And now
Or
I
you
can't
didn't
go
show
in
your
without a
freedom
fucking
papers.
needle.
You
Yeah,
had to
what
show
the
your
fuck?
freedom papers.
What are we back in the fucking Nazis?
No, but I wanted to tell you
Close.
guys
It is
about
a-
my sister-in-law, Carla.
Good.
Right? My sister-in-law, Carla, she got the vaccine.
We
And
got one
she got the first coronavirus and she got the second coronavirus, even
yeah.
though she had the vaccine. So there you go.
You know what? Different strokes.
Everybody's
for different
different.
folks. Guys, I don't want to leave, but I'm sorry to say. Actually, I'm happy to say my brother Marcos was here today. I don't know if he's. Hope he's still with us.
Kalinita.
We have the awesome Sal Ranella, who I can't believe. I'm so happy that you came
Thanks,
in.
Dan.
I love you, brother. And the awesome Mr. Bonavia. Am I correct?
That's
James
right.
Malta the
Dijon.
damager.
James Dijon Bonavita, one of the most intelligent fucking giants I think I've ever met. And that's the honest to God truth. This guy knows everything about fucking everything. And the good thing about him, if I'm wrong, he's got the power to make me right. So that's all I fucking need in this world. And we're out of here on the Dan Romano Show,
Got
guys.
nothing but love for you, baby.
Enjoy your
Salud.
wine.
I got wine.